that climate change is for real. Hi everyone, my name is Lamarana. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, subscribe, like, share, and click on the notification bell. My heart is heavy today a little bit because of the recent happenings in the Gambia with regards to the flooding, and I think I might just say that climate change is for real. And since 2017 in the Gambia, year in, year out, we've seen that we have been experiencing heavy rainfall, and this year has even made it very worst. We saw what happened, I think, from Saturday, Sunday, going into Monday. There has been severe flooding in the Kombos within the Greater Banjul area. To be more specific, Bakote, Kotu, Ibo Town. So that is what I want to talk about today, and I think there are very good reasons why this is happening, and let us just try to outline what the problems are and then see whether there are also solutions that we can come up with as a country. And the first thing I would attribute it to is poor infrastructure, and under this we will look at poor urban planning, because we know that we have poor street layouts in the country. We do have poor drainage system, and also even our building codes are very poor. So having all of this together, and then climate change, combining it, it becomes a huge challenge for everyone. And the Gambia is not like other developed countries like in the United States or so. So if the public is faced with this kind of disasters, it takes a lot of, it takes a lot for us to, move as a country. And I think what we need to do is not that we lack laws. Problem is the implementation. First and foremost, when we are building in the country, we need to follow certain building codes. These codes are there for us to follow. But what happens in the Gambia is people are not doing that. People buy a piece of plot from anywhere, build their structures anyhow they want without any government supervision, because by right, if you build a house, or even before you build a house, you should go to physical planning, and they should give you an approval as to what kind of house you want to build. And at every stage, there should be a government official who should inspect to see whether the quality is there or not. So we find out that people are doing what they want, and having climate change happening around the world, this is what we get. This is the results that we get, because this massive flooding that is happening in the Gambia, or has been happening since 2017, could have been avoided. The damages that happened could have been avoided, provided that we have climate resilient structures in place. So today my focus is going to be on what can we do as a country to make sure that we build structures that will last for a long time. And the first thing is we have to have climate change part of our policy, both at the national level and at our municipal level. We have to make sure that we plan our cities, our towns, and our villages properly. Let's make sure that we have proper drainage system in our cities. We need to make sure that we have good street layouts wherein our streets are paved, and we have to make sure also we don't build structures on waterways, areas that we know are prone to flooding. For instance, when you look at Ibo Town is a flood prone area. So therefore, what the government could have done is, since people have been moving there for the past 40, 50, 60 years, they should have come up with proper infrastructure in place to make sure that to mitigate issues like flooding, because we have seen what had happened in Ibo town. Almost the entire town has been submerged in water, and now people's livelihoods are affected because they don't have any place to go to. So if we want to mitigate some of these things, government needs to take the lead, and also the private sector needs to chip in, because government alone cannot do it. And the other solution that we can do together as a country is we have to start building affordable housing for the public. We have a huge housing deficit in the country, and many people in the country cannot afford to build a proper structure for themselves. So I'm urging the government and the municipal governments to come up with a housing scheme wherein they can build modern structures that can stand climate change. That way, people who cannot afford to build a proper home for themselves can easily go into these affordable housing complexes, rent it at a cheaper place, and then live a decent life. Because what we're saying is the basic necessities of life is what is being affected right now. People don't have a place to sleep. They don't have food to eat. They don't have clothing, because everything has been washed away. Everything is destroyed. So as a country, we have a long way to go. And if we work together, I think we can battle some of these challenges in the near future. I'm happy that the president went around, the vice president went around, they saw firsthand the impact of this flooding. And there are plans in the pipeline to make sure that there is proper drainage system within the Greater Banjul area, starting from Abuko all the way down to Kotu, Bakote. And I think the other thing also the government can do is to encourage people to insure their properties. 99% of all these properties that are affected by this flooding are uninsured, because most Gambians don't insure their properties against fire outbreaks or natural disasters like flooding. So they don't have any other fallback position. A family that is struggling, you have your house washed away in the flooding. That means you starting from square one, and the pressure comes on. So it's like you even become more poorer than you were before. Now you are thinking of how to build back. But if your house was insured against flooding or, let's say, fire outbreak, you can easily go to an insurance company and then claim. The insurance company would build a house for you. So these are all challenges that we're facing in our country, and I think together we can overcome them. But it has to take a lot of dedication, hard work, and unity for that matter. So like I promised, I'm not going to keep this video very long. I just wanted to come out here and share my concerns. Like I said, my heart is heavy, and seeing what those families are going through is very touching. So with that, I come to the end of this video. This is Lamarana Halad Africa Show. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and click on that notification bell. Peace out till I come your way another time. Bye for now.